Hey folks, I'm Josh Veal.
I'm Randy Johnson.
And I'm Seamus Young.
So we just finished Noveria, land of elevators, and ice, and bug spray.
I'm not talking to you, Caden. I'm confused. Wait a second. I thought the purpose of the tram was to not have a loading screen. That was a loading screen and a
That's our
tram.
next move, Commander. Head for the Mu relay.
And the tram took us back to the bridge, or wherever this is on the ship.
The Mu relay could link to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Sarah's
I like
going,
how you had
we'd
to
just
think
be
about it
wasting
for a
our
while
time.
before you decided to
The
be a
commander
jerk
is
to
right.
them.
We cannot rush off blind. We still
He
need
wasn't
to
even
learn
a
more
jerk.
about Saren.
Who put you in charge? Did the commander resign when I wasn't looking?
I'm sitting right
I
here!
won't be a puppet for the s1e. I give the orders around here. Understood?
Forgive me, Commander.
Nice!
Don't be a puppet. Just this
We're done
completely
here.
irrational
Dismissed.
hostility for no
Noveria report is
reason.
away, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the council?
I love how
Oh, this should be
nobody
good. Didn't we
ever
hang up on them
comments
last
on
time?
it.
Yes, we did.
Patch him through,
Last
Joker.
time we hung up
Setting up
on
the
them.
link now,
How
Commander.
long will this conversation go
Commander,
without hanging
Do
up on
not
them
cut
this
me off
time?
like last time. I fail to find it amusing.
Whoops.
Awesome.
Oh, you should cut them off now.
Whoops!
Well, that was the shortest meeting ever.
That's a real time saver. I wish we
I
could
feel
do that
bad. I
with
kinda wanna
every
go back
other
and-
conversation.
Kinda want to go back and tell them about the Rachni Queen. I imagine that they have some interesting things to say about the... Well, there probably wasn't a right answer to the Rachni Queen solution anyways.
I think we thoroughly covered that.
Oh, what's this thing? I should make a joke about it.
I'm pretty
This
sure if
would
they
be-
hear one more joke about elevators, the viewers are gonna kill you.
You know, it's not our fault. We did not put these elevators in the game. We just gotta fill this time. And if this is what BioWare's gonna do to us, then you're gonna get commentary on elevators.
Speaking of elevators, Rex wants to talk to us. He thinks we have Saren on the run. I'm going to humor him.
It won't be
Did
long
Saren run
now.
into an
Rex is
elevator?
cool.
Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would've if I thought it was important.
I'll decide what's important. Now tell me how you know Saren.
I always laughed at that
This was a
line.
while ago. A bunch of mercs were
Rex is
around.
all like, "Oh, I know Saren," and you're immediately going,
The terminus.
"Why didn't you tell me this sooner?"
They said it paid well and the boss was never around.
I'm not really
Yeah,
sure
it's-
how he found that to be not
He said
important.
he was looking for more men, too.
You should point out to Rex that he looks like a turtle.
I didn't know Saren was openly
See what he
recruiting
thinks of that.
mercs.
I like
Wasn't that
turtles.
open, and he only showed his face once.
Oh,
We'd
here
been
we
raiding
go.
ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies.
He sounds
It
a
was at
little
least
too
the size
excited
of
about
two
the size of that
vans.
cargo freighter.
Credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. Couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
And as he said earlier, he always gets paid.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
Well, that's what every other merc
long,
gets
Rex.
for calling him by name. I mean, it's like Darth Vader walks by and you call him by name. No, you're dead. Not gonna talk to anyone else while we're down here? I mean, it's a whole elevator ride.
Don't mention the elevator. We're supposed to pretend it doesn't exist. Nobody will know.
I find the elevator more interesting than half of the conversations that will take place down there.
Even with Garrus?
We've already exhausted Garrus's interesting dialogue for now.
It's true. Garrus doesn't have as many dialogue steps as everybody else. I think there's like
3.
You know, everybody gets a new step of dialogue after every mission, but I think sometimes you'll do a mission and he doesn't seem to get another one.
Clearance.
I'll take it in the comm room.
Why? But I just came from there. Joker, why couldn't you have told me that earlier?
We just came from the Citadel?
You should just go up and punch him in the arm really hard.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
Didn't I just cut off this conversation?
You didn't seem that interested in helping me before. Why now?
The council agreed that Saren was
Of course,
dangerous,
you know,
Commander.
we cut him off after 2 seconds.
The only bolt is unleashing the full force of the Citadel fleet against him.
I bet it won't let you hang up on
Nobody
him
on the
this time
council
either.
wants to see you fail, so we contacted you with this latest information.
We've received an
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's
urgent
no
message
way
from
to
one of our
avoid this
infiltration
mission.
traverse.
I'm listening.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
I don't like being kept in the dark.
We can't have you racing around the galaxy chasing false leads, Commander. We only contacted you because we feel this may be significant.
It's a good thing they don't know about all the side quests and silly, dumb things that we're running around doing, such as checking planets for valuable minerals.
The message was sent on a channel
That's
reserved
true.
for mission critical.
Yeah, they don't want to. They don't want to accidentally waste their time with things that later turn out to be not relevant to the plot. But we're actively seeking out things that are completely irrelevant to everything.
Find out what happened to our team.
You know what? I'm gonna call it right
Signal
here.
originated from the planet Vermeer.
Probe
Missing
away is
infiltration
going to be
team's
the
not
elevator
my
joke of
problem.
Mass Effect
Clean up
2.
your own mess.
Wow.
That unit may have
Yeah, what are we
sacrificed
gonna
their
do in
lives to get
ME2?
this
Are we
message
just
out.
gonna do the
Saren is
probe
up to something,
episode?
Vermeer. You'd see that if it weren't for your stubborn.
Just fast-forwarded footage of Randy mining a bunch of planets.
I will find Saren, but I'm doing it my way.
I know this show's called Spoiler Warning, but it's really bad when you're doing spoilers for one of the people that's in the show. I don't know what you guys are talking about at all.
Yeah, you need to get Mass Effect
We will
2.
keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Yeah, in Mass Effect 2, you just messing with you. You need to play that game. What have you been doing? Wasting your time playing this one?
I think he's
I've
been
been
wasting
wasting
his
my
time
time
being
reading
bored.
about you playing that game. Alright, let's go to Vermeer. Oh no, wait,
No.
there was another planet we were supposed to go to first.
Yeah, I think it was under attack or something. They're probably okay.
I'm sure it was nothing.
Oh, it's probably this
Wait.
Feros thing that's popping up here on the screen.
You wait long enough, those sorts of problems tend to solve themselves.
Yeah, I mean, no one cares if the whole colony's wiped out or anything. This sort of
No
stuff happens all the
Conan
time. That is a pretty cool picture. The one for the planet.
This whole thing reminds me so much of Jade Empire. Which, speaking of spoilers, when you go into talk to some people and they act really odd, but you can't figure out what's wrong with them. You could tell something is wrong, and then it turns out there's a big monster that's controlling all of them. and you have to go down and kung fu it to death.
Kung Fu. I think we should apply that to this planet.
It's like we're in Hot Fuzz.
That's it. I'm only meleeing this entire planet.
Yeah, considering, isn't this the one where the bad guys explode?
Yes.
Aren't they like bombs?
They're
So that
basically
should be really effective.
biological husks.
Question. Who are we taking with us?
I'd like to see Rex make the trip. I don't know, we'll need
I like the
somebody.
idea of Rex.
And then we need a tech
And,
person, which means
Tolly?
either... Yeah, Tolly or Garrus. Thus leaving the humans on the... Tolly.
You really need to.
Hey,
stop
look,
that.
guys, it's balanced.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
So hey, it's another dock. And now you're shooting at someone. This is like standard
I'm just
operating
trying to
procedure when
put covering
Conan
fire on
leaves
him.
the ship, right?
Immediately. I've got business of my own to tend to.
No, I'm just really paranoid about the last time I talked to somebody like this and Arachnite snuck up and killed him, so I'm just trying to make sure that they don't sneak up on him.
Look out!
Oh, god damn it! I was even prepared
Well,
for
at
it
least
this
that was
time.
a rocket, not like a claw. I mean, at least that guy can be comforted in the fact that he went out in a somewhat awesome way. So wait a minute. How the hell did he get here if the gap
Yeah, I was
between
just
us and the
wondering that.
settlement?
Did he sneak by the gaff? Did he just walk by kind of doing the robot and making beep beep sounds and they thought he was another Geth?
Wow, guys, we really suck. We hadn't taken Rex with us once so far.
That is a crime.
I'm sure everyone at home was really excited about getting to watch me really salivate over how to spend all 38 points there.
Yeah.
Hey, look, more Frogger. Do these guys, like, have a cutscene whenever we run into them?
Yeah, it's like every time you run into those guys, there's a cutscene. Just the Frogger ones. I think maybe the designers felt like they wanted to communicate to you that you'd be dealing with guys overhead. Maybe there was a lot of frustration with, you know, people walking into a room and just getting picked off from above and feeling like that was unfair. Because you hear the people from Valve talk about this all the time. Most gamers will not look up unless you, like, force them to. Even if you've got a bright flashing light overhead, just they don't normally look up without being prompted.
Oh, Commander, I'm glad they finally
Very
sent
hard to
somebody
get
help
players
us.
to notice things
You're a
above
bit
them.
late, aren't you?
Arcelia.
By the
Sorry,
way,
Commander.
that guy that you
Everyone's
sent
on
to the
edge.
dock, he is blown up.
We've got gas in the tower.
And this guy is totally Quark.
That was a neat little giveaway there that protect the heart of the colony. A little bit of clever writing on BioWare's part in that they kind of telegraph what you'll be learning later without giving it away. One of those first clues that things are kind of screwy. Of course, you could just, you know, in real life, you would just say, "What are you talking about?" And that would kind of ruin it.
Yeah.
They can
Video
get away
game
with it
characters
because
can't ask questions.
yeah, can't ask specific questions.
And if they can, it's in one of those archaic ask interfaces. And And
Are
that
you
usually...
serious about
I just
this
punched
melee
that
thing?
dude into a pool of acid.
Wow, your elbow is
As
strong.
badass as doing that is, I still don't think this is a good idea. So yeah, we're shooting death.
So how crappy
I feel
is
like-
this colony? Like, their entire colony looks like it was just... It looks like it's been destroyed by warfare years ago. Like, I don't think the Geth can properly explain everything that's wrong with this crappy colony.
That's probably because it was a Prothean colony. And
I
it
had
was
forgotten
destroyed
that
by
detail.
war years ago.
I had forgotten that
will be back.
detail.
Update by then, but don't
It's a shame that Josh pointed that out. It would have been nice to see 50 comments of because it's a Prothean colony.
We totally planned this ahead, guys.
Let's
This is
put the
Seamus'
entire-
first playthrough, just FYI, everyone.
Yeah, let's play this entire episode over so that it doesn't look like I ever make mistakes.
It's a good idea. Let's just go ahead and do this one for fun, and then I promise, Seamus, we'll go back and redo it for you.
Okay, thanks, Randy.
Randy, I don't actually think you want to go out here. This is like side quest nothing territory. You don't have to touch.
I want to go down here and rescue the colony.
All targets down.
Man, I hope we get a piece of cheese when we get to the end of this maze.
I was kind of hoping for a pizza or maybe a cake.
There are likely others we need to activate as well.
Cheese is kind of lame.
Oh, that's right. If you talk to a few people around the colony, they've got the standard, oh, the water's off, the power's off, and somebody needs to throw a breaker on the fuse box downstairs kind of problem. I don't remember what the problems are, but, you know, BioWare
what you
games,
just said.
yeah, they love to have problems like that, where we need to flip a switch, but none of us has the ability to just fight our way down to the switch and flip it.
Which is only slightly better than we need to flip a switch and we just need you to walk down there and flip it for us. And there's not anything down there to keep us from going there.
And we just can't be arsed to do it ourselves. Yeah, that's always a really great one.
Yeah, they're pretty big jerks, actually. What are they doing? Just trying to kill the colony via water deprivation?
Yeah. They turned off all their cable TV.
You don't.
Clearly they were looking for this guy.
You're not stopping me.
Maybe I will stop you. How would you like that? No! That was a good one.
I love this guy.
What's the
I want him to join the team.
Just invoking
I know.
Master's whip.
Crazy Thorian Thrall in the party. That would be the most
Geth,
awesome
aren't you?
character. And he can just do this
The only
shtick
one
through the
interested
whole
in those
game.
Things.
Who else is looking for the Geth?
Every time
I
he
really
tries
love
to tell
chocolate.
you anything.
Ah!
They're a thorn in the side of the.
Enemies are everywhere. Ah!
Get to the. Dying!
So they're a thorn in the side of the Wargle Gargle. That's an interesting thing.
Every
This
time he
one is
tries
no
to tell us
longer
about the
fit.
Thorian,
We should leave
he
him.
gets this jolt
Maybe I
of
should just
pain.
put him
It's
out of his
awesome.
misery.
You should just prolong this
I've
conversation
thought
as
about that
long as
several
possible.
times. I'd rather die fighting.
I could help you if you told me what you're fighting.
Not that kind of fight. It's like running through a thorn bush. The more you struggle, time's up. Company's coming. Ask Fidan. Ask him about the. Ah!
I don't know what Fidan's gonna have to tell us about the
So why'd the Geth wait for him to stop talking?
I think they probably thought it
For
was
that
as
matter,
hilarious
didn't
as we do.
clear the whole way here? Where'd they come from? Why is Randy standing around looking at a grate?
Yeah, that's not a door. It just looks like a door in every way except that it doesn't allow you through. That's one of the things I hated about this basement.
That happens in a lot of video games, though.
It does.
The closed
But you
door
can tell
you
this
can't
whole
open.
area... Yeah, well, you can tell this whole area is built from modular pieces or perhaps copy and pasted geometry. Like, here's that same door shape, except it's, you know, attached to a hallway here. So they probably have a little cap piece that they fit over the wall there if they don't actually have anywhere to go. But having a bridge into a wall doesn't... But having a bridge into a wall doesn't make a lot of sense, which is why that looks so odd to us.
So, like, this whole planet is supposed to be basically like a sprawling Prothean cityscape, and yet there's, like, no technology anywhere except for water pipes. We have an intimate understanding of how the Protheans handled plumbing.
And it's pretty much the way everybody else handles plumbing.
I find that a little hard to believe.
Like, maybe they should have invented the water teleporter at some point.
Well, no, like, I mean, like, if everyone in New York City just up and disappeared...
And the only thing left is the buildings and the pipes.
Be there?
Yeah. Although 50,000 years, like, it's kind of a stretch that a lot of this is still here after 50,000 years.
Yeah, nice intact railings and...
Yeah, although I suppose it depends on what it's made out of and what the weather is like on this planet. If it never freezes here. And there's not a lot of weather, then I suppose stone structures would last a long time. Although 50,000 years, I mean, even by then wind would start to wear stuff away.
Yeah, I mean, look at, like, stone structures from Egypt. I mean, a lot of that is from habitation, but even if it wasn't, like...
Yeah, 50,000 years is a really long time.
Yeah, the only major structures left from that period are just, or that they're left largely intact, are just like the pyramids and the Sphinx.
I found guns and a sludge container.
You are accidentally doing all their little please fix our stuff side quests.
What are you talking about? No, there's just bad guys down here and they're worth XP. Speaking of XP...
You need to be more rude to more people so that you can put more points in Intimidate.
Kill more Rachni Queens.
Can't you have them clone you another and bring the race back from extinction again so that you can drive it to extinction again so that you can get the renegade points?
I really want the ability to drop shields like that.
It's interesting that they have that in the game coded like that, but do not ever give you access to it.
Yeah, I feel like a portable cover ability would be pretty interesting.
Yeah, it might give the player a little too many choices. When they decide, no, we do not want you in the middle of this room for some reason, or we want to leave this space open so that we can have the big bad. you know, stride into the middle of the room during a cutscene, and you'll mess that up if you.
Well, you could
put
always
things
have
in
it
the
clear
environment.
all
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
active ability.
That's absolutely true, and that's how it would normally be handled.
But I mean,
the other problem is
this
maybe
game
there's
isn't
a lot
as
of
cover-based as Mass Effect 2 anyway. I mean,
No.
you can still just
The
run
other
around and
thing
punch
is-
people.
you can cover up a lot of AI shortcomings if you,
I'm interested in what Saren's
you know,
certificate
design
to
the
find.
levels
Nothing
ahead
more.
of time and say, okay, here's where you stand for cover. If somebody's in cover here, you know, attack them from here, so the AI doesn't
may
have
have
to
been
be
slow,
smart enough
but
to
they'll be
figure
back.
things like that
They
out.
always come
But
back.
if the player can
Tell me
create
what the
their
Geth
own
want.
cover,
Why are they
then all of a
attacking?
sudden you actually do need to go and
If
write
you want
real
answers, go
AI
ask them
instead of
yourselves.
scripting
We
around
don't know
it.
what they're after. They came, they
Also makes it
attacked us,
easy
that's
to
all we know.
cover
Their
up
main base is at the
waypoint
Exogeny
pathfinding.
A good place to start looking if you want answers.
Yeah, if
How do
they
I get
have to
there?
go to B,
The Skyway
you know,
leads
if they
directly
kind of
to
have to
Exogeny headquarters.
travel
You
some
can't miss
interim
it.
point to get from
Of
A
course,
to
there's
B,
an army of Geth
and
between here and there.
Every
the-
Geth I kill brings me
if you
one
could
step
create
closer
cover
to
and they've got to
Saren.
get around it, it might reveal their
Then maybe I
kind
can
of
get this
screwy
colony
pathfinding.
operational.
You're right.
I destroyed a Geth transmitter in the tunnels. It won't be a problem any longer.
Thank you, Commander. We're in your debt. You've taken a great weight off my shoulders.
It's like, while we were gone for 10 minutes, we solved all your problems.
I'll talk to you when I
Way to
learn
go,
more.
Randy.
Good luck, Commander.
Way to earn a bunch of Paragon points.
Excellent.
Awesome. I did it for the XP, not for his benefit.
Now we
That's-
can level
that's-
up our
that's renegading.
charm.
You're the one who repelled that last wave. They'll be back. And
Why
if
are
the
we
Geth
still
don't
talking
kill
to
us,
these
we'll
people?
die of hunger soon
These
enough.
people do not give us
Are you
XP.
doing anything to remedy the situation?
No, this is
I
the
need to
quest
boost
turn in.
rations with
You do
Feros.
get
It's
a
too
dose of
dangerous.
Oh,
XP. when
really?
you
You
tell
have
them.
to
Yeah,
You have to
it's
go
really
talk to
weird.
these
Like
people to turn
you
in a
don't get
quest?
Totally uncontrollable.
you don't get credit for
can't
doing
do
it
anything
until you
until he's
tell
dead.
them you've done it. Like that's the experience that teaches you is them congratulating you on a job well done. That's what
I
lets
killed the
you
big
grow
bear.
in power.
The rest are yours.
So apparently,
Excellent.
all of your
I'll
powers
organize a
are
hunt for the immediate
self-esteem
threat of the
based.
Geth is gone.
Fork over the reward so I can get back to more important things.
At least I was able
Of
to
course.
be
I don't
renegade
want
with
to
this
delay you
quest
any
turn
more
in.
than I already have.
And it still gave me Paragon, but at least we leveled.
I don't want to delay you any more than I already have, because we've never talked before. I think you should level up charm.
For the first time in playing this game, I'm at a loss for what to put my points into. I have pretty much everything I want, aka medium armor.
Nice work with those Geth. Glad you showed up. I still need the power cells for this generator, though.
Something
these
we are
power
sort
cells
of
in the
missing
tunnels.
here
Are they what you're
is,
looking for?
I knew they'd turn up eventually. Here.
like, the explanation for why we have to talk to these guys, is actually an in-universe, like, an in-game explanation. And that's that everything here is strangely compartmentalized. You talk to Fidan about water, he doesn't want you to talk to him about water, he wants you to go to talk to whoever we were talking about water. And if you push him about it, he'll get really agitated and tell you to go away.
I did not know that. I've never tried to do that. All right, that's a half hour, guys.
Really?
About-ish.
That's a good time to cut off because we're about to hit a loading screen that shall not be called by its real name.
About to hit a turbo lift.
Ooh, good dodge.
Alright, well,
okay.
Next episode,
now
we
we're
will
gonna
ride the not elevator and have fun with our space car again. More Mako sections.
Nope.
instructions.
Now, we're gonna re-record this episode, aren't we, guys?
Yep, that's coming right up,
earlier.
Seamus. I'm just gonna go ahead
great.
and destroy this copy of the footage as soon as we get done.
Thanks. Okay.
Cool.